Over the course of your career, could you talk about theater critics? Because I come from the newspaper industry, and there's 50% fewer reporters and 50% fewer theater critics, and much less space in daily newspapers to review live theater.
Right.
Have bloggers and independent people stepped into that void? Do you read any of them? Do they have credibility on social media and things?
I mean, I do read certain things. I mean, you know, the fact is, like, at least in New York, the Times can make you or break you. So I tend to read that. I'll read, it's interesting how the way certain people word things, because, and this is not being nasty, a lot of the critics, like, okay, I'll name this guy because I can't stand this bastard. John Simon. There you go. And who will talk about the size of a person, a size of a woman's behind, and he's just so homophobic and stuff like that. I was told a story by Tony Kushner. I forgot what play he knocked. It might have been Angels, I don't know. And Tony wrote him back and said, listen, what you wrote here, you have the right to dislike my play, but why are you being so cruel? His response was, look, you are a famous playwright, you're successful. I tried to do it, I couldn't. That tells me a lot. So I've come across a lot of people who will like that. And also I think a really good critic has the ability to go beyond their own personal palette. It may not be your palette, but it doesn't necessarily mean that it's not valid. Very few people can do that. That's where it becomes dangerous. You know, so I realize the power that certain critics have, and I look in terms of how well it's written. I mean, I wish I was around during the days of, say, like someone like a Pauline Kael, you know, who knew her craft. She was a crafts person. She just wasn't some hatchet, you know, so yeah. Did I answer it?
I guess it has the quality.
But sometimes certain bloggers don't like it, and they'll just, you know, and that's also somebody who's a frustrated person as well, who's just being nasty. They have the right to dislike it, but sometimes people will shoot you down if they don't agree with what you're doing.
Has the quality declined, I guess, over the years with fewer, you know, trained professional critics in the game?
It has. That's the point. Yeah, I mean, if you look at those people like Pauline Kael, I'm thinking there was another writer I was thinking of as well. That just kind of went out the window, but yeah, that's part of the problem. You know, there's a lot. I mean, there's a couple of critics I know who were like, they were just. I'm not saying this in a nasty way. They were editors who got a job criticizing theater. Yeah. And I went, what? And they had no idea about playwriting, plays. They hadn't read these plays, so it's just random. They were just coming in with their own palette, opposed to like looking at these plays logistically. So yeah, there is a problem with that, yeah.